Well, guys, I'm back in Austin, and this is the new place. Of course, it's bare right now on the walls, but I'll be sure to get some Dallas Cowboys, Texas Longhorns, and other teams up around here. Try to make it a little more sporty and a little more aesthetic for the videos. But let's take care of business and talk about the Texas Tech Red Raiders and what I think is going to happen with them compared to what Dave Campbell has to say in the magazine. First off, of course, and I expect this, of course, a lot of Red Raider fans were not happy with the fact that I had Baylor beating them. And I'm still sticking with that. I'm still saying that Baylor will beat Texas Tech. Am I saying that Baylor is a better team? No, it's a pure upset pick. I think if those two teams play 10 times, Tech probably wins more than often. But someone's going to get upset in the Big 12 South. I'm going to say it's Baylor over Texas Tech. But we'll talk about it in a little bit. Let's go through the schedule, talk about why I think they're going to win some games and lose the games I think they're going to lose. Now, Campbell's got to go 7-5 overall. Now, North Dakota, Rice, those are all wins, of course. Then you've got at Texas. I think Texas is winning that game, of course. I'm a Longhorns fan, but I've heard, I've got some friends in Lubbock who go to Tech and other Texas Tech fans. A lot of Tech fans have no faith in that game whatsoever. I'm not saying all of you don't. But a lot of the ones I've talked to have pretty much written that off. Pretty much they're accepting the fact that they got last year's win, and that's good enough for them. You look at it, they say, this is what they're telling me. Texas is bringing almost everyone back. Tech is losing a lot of key points in the game, and it's in Austin. A lot of them say it's in Austin, and y'all got better this year. We got a little bit worse. Texas will roll. I would love to see a blowout. I would love to just kill the team that destroyed our season last year. But, you can't have that mindset. I don't think the teams will have that mindset. Because if you go out there just to smash someone, usually and you play with anger, a lot of times you make a lot of mistakes. I think Texas and Mac Brown will keep level-headed, win the game decisively, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a blowout. You got at Houston. I got to win in that game. I hadn't seen. I don't keep up with Houston. I think Tech's good enough to beat Houston, but Campbell's got Tech losing at Houston. I don't think that's going to happen. So I got them 3-1 in the first few games. You got New Mexico. That's a win. Kansas State at home, that's a win. Then you got at Nebraska. I'm going to say that's a loss against Nebraska. Last season, Nebraska with a young team came into Lubbock and took it into overtime against Texas Tech. Texas Tech looked real good on offense that game, defensively not so much. But they did come up with a big pick at the end by Joe Gantz. That was a really bad throw by Joe Gantz, but they made the play, and Tech won the game. I think, as I've told before, I think Nebraska's better this year. It's on the road. I think Pelini's doing a good job, and I think they're going to beat Texas Tech at that point. You got Texas A&M in Lubbock. They'll kill Texas A&M. You've got Kansas at home against. You got Kansas in Lubbock. Now, I think Tech's winning that game. I don't. Todd Reesing's good, but I've always said I thought Kansas, what they did a couple years ago, was somewhat of a mirage, because they didn't play the meat of the Big 12 South. They played Baylor and Texas A&M that about 2 or 3 years ago, and were able to fight, almost get into the Big 12 championship. But you saw what happened when they played Texas Tech, Texas, and Oklahoma. They got destroyed. I still think Texas Tech wins that game and beats Kansas. At Oklahoma State, I've said Oklahoma State I think is better. I think they will take Texas Tech's spot as the third team in the South this year. I know y'all tied us, but we'll just go from there. So Oklahoma State I think wins that game. Oklahoma in Lubbock. I think Oklahoma wins that game, and then of course I said Baylor. I think Baylor knocks y'all off. And is it wishful thinking on my part? Yes, I would love to see that upset. I like to watch other teams get beat by teams aren't supposed to, and I would like to see Baylor kind of rise up and be a better team in the South. What I'm basing this on. I totally get. A lot of Texas Tech fans have told me, forget last year. Forget about that bad game. And I totally get that. It was Thanksgiving weekend. Y'all just got no tails kicked by Oklahoma. People weren't into the game. After y'all beat us, I'll tell you this. After we got beat by Texas Tech last year, we had Baylor after that in Austin. And it was the most quiet I've ever heard DKR. As Baylor's coming in, we just got beat. You could actually hear the intro music before the guys came out. We won the game by about 20 or so points. It was never in doubt about whether we were going to win or not. But we did play pretty sloppy at first. And Crab did get hurt, so I'll give you all that. But the thing about Texas Tech is, and this is from Tech fans that I've talked to before, You guys on defense run that zone a lot, which makes you susceptible to mobile quarterbacks. Well, the ultimate mobile quarterback this season is Robert Griffin. I think he gives a lot of problems, and I think that Baylor has gotten a little bit better. Are they great? Are they just some world beaters? No. But I think they can pose a threat to knock off Texas Tech. Should Texas Tech be favored? Yes. Are they the better team? Yes. But do I think there's a possibility of an upset? Yes, I do. That's why I'm taking Baylor. And here's the deal, though. I don't have anything on the line in that game. If Texas takes care of business, takes care of OU, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State is won throughout, I could care less who wins that game. I'll just be watching that game for fun just to see if Baylor can pull off an upset. If Texas Tech, if you guys win that game, congratulations. But, it's not really going to be proving anything to me or, say, you're wrong. I mean, you can, which is fine, and that's perfectly fine. But it's an upset pick for me. I've still got y'all going 7-5. And that's what I agree with the record that Campbell gave y'all, but I think y'all will beat Houston, but that you'll lose to Baylor. I think both y'all Baylor will go 7-5. You're both going to a bowl game. But here's the deal, I don't think Texas Tech is falling off the map. I don't think they're just going to be right down the toilet and be terrible. But I think you've got Oklahoma State, I think, got a lot better. Texas got better. Oklahoma, we'll see if they got better. But whether or not they got better or not, I still think they're better than Tech. I think Texas Tech fans will agree. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking, maybe you guys need to tell me better. But do you think that your team is better than last year? If we sit down, we talk about Texas and Texas Tech. You ask me, do you think the Longhorns are better this season? I will say yes. If I ask you, do you think Texas Tech is better than last year and that you will accomplish more than you did last year? I don't know. I would say no. But you guys answer that. So Texas Tech fans, please let me know. I know you already have let me know. That's what I got y'all doing this year. And so make a video or write a response and let me know. I know you guys are all fired up, which you should be. And I'm looking forward to week 3. I don't think Tech is a bunch of scrubs. All right, you proved it last year. You're not. I don't have like some, Mike Leach has done a great job of that program, and he's going to keep it going. The way he set that offense, doesn't matter who's at quarterback, he's going to play well. And Taylor Potts is a good player. I've heard he's a junior. He's been in that program learning for 2 years now. This will be his 3rd year. And apparently what I've heard, he's supposed to be better than Graham. I know he's bigger and stronger than Graham. So we'll see if that translates. You still got Batch in the backfield, and got a lot of guys returning on defense. So we'll see what happens. Still got you going 7-5, and yes, I got you losing to Baylor as one of the upsets in the Big 12. So once again, let me guys think. Of course, I'll get my room set up better, and the next college football video will be my Texas Longhorns video. And just to give you a hint, I think the number of losses for the Longhorns next year will equal that of the number of Super Bowls the Philadelphia Eagles have. So just a little hint. We'll see you guys later. Hook 'em horns, Texas fight. Leave your comments.